All right, there we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Pastrami Nation podcast. My name is Nolan Smith. I'm your guest host today. I'm the editor and co-founder of Pastrami Nation, and I have not been on here in over a year, so I'm excited to be here. I have somebody who's been here pretty much every time, fellow co-founder of Pastrami Nation,
Hi.
Jason
Hi, guys. How you doing?
Smith. There we go. And then we have one of our longtime contributors, writers, reviewers, Daniel Schwartz, joining us. Welcome, Daniel.
Hey, good to be
Good,
here.
good to see you again.
Hey, you guys too. Been almost
Hey,
a year
nice
from you
view from that
too.
apartment there, pal.
I know, moving up in the world, right?
Nice. What a view.
Hopefully, there's no commercials in the next hour.
Let's hope not. The Mucinex ad comes
I'm
on.
excited for today. We're going to talk about we're going to talk about two big things that happened. Well, one's happening soon. One happened over the weekend. First one I want to jump into is the WWE Royal Rumble. I'm a big fan of wrestling. I know so is Jason. And the Royal Rumble is it's our favorite event of the year. It's the 30 man over the top rope to see who
Even better
goes to
than
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania, right? Yeah.
It is because you get the Royal Rumble match, like 30 participants, one standing at the end of it. Jason, what do you think about it?
Uh, it wasn't my favorite Rumble. I'm glad they did the Royal Rumble match as the very last thing because I hate when there's been times where they've done it and then you get like a title match afterward. It's like to me the Royal Rumble is supposed to always be the main event. And like this time, would they do the women's one first? Like, I don't know how I feel about that either. Um, but kind of a weird, odd Royal Rumble, like it wasn't my favorite one. I'm just glad that CM Punk didn't win it. Like I'm glad they haven't wasted a Royal Rumble win on that guy. I know all the Punk
Yeah,
fans would,
I
would
agree.
disagree.
I
Like,
agree. It wasn't my favorite either.
did you watch it, Dan?
Yeah,
No, I would say I'm not great on this topic. My last match I watched, I think involved Junkyard Dog and Hulk
Oh
Hogan.
boy, yeah, Hulk Hogan won that one. Nice. That's old school wrestling.
But I do know I know the Royal Rumble took place in Tampa. I do know that.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, I would have loved to
it
have been
did.
there, to see it live, but
They had
just a little weird for me. Like just as per like sometimes you get those wow moments in a Royal like last year you got a couple of wow moments in a Royal Rumble. It just seemed like we didn't get like a lot of that, and they wasted like an entrant on Pat McAfee, who just went in there and then chickened out and jumps out and eliminates himself. I'm like, come on. Put somebody or like half these guys that come in like they're oh hell number 30 it's Sami Zayn. Who cares? Like everybody knows Sami Zayn's not winning this thing. Like there's a lot of guys in there like that have no legitimate shot. Uh I mean, make one of them win, but damn well they're not going to win. So it's like I like when there's like wrestlers in there that could actually legit win this thing, and there's like maybe it comes down to that, and then it's like, it seemed too predictable this year when it came down to because they were hyping up the Cody Rhodes back could become the next one to do back to back Royal Rumble wins since Stone Cold did it in the '90s, and then on the other hand you have it comes down to him and CM Punk, who is like the whiniest wrestler I have ever heard, and all the CM Punk fans are just going gaga over this guy. This guy needs to win the Royal Rumble and fight Seth Rollins on the Sunday main event and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, please don't be that scripted and predictable. And so I'm glad Cody did it. I'm glad he was something to reach that milestone of back to back, especially when the other option was CM Punk when it was the final two. But if I had my choice, it would have probably been somebody different to win it.
Yeah, I was hoping like Gunther
Yeah,
would have
yeah.
won it. You
I would
know,
like to see Andrade win it. You know,
yeah, Andrade making his return to the WWE at the Royal Rumble, which was awesome, right? I mean, we've seen Andrade live at NXT, and he was fantastic. But yeah, this was a really weird Rumble for me too. Weird that they had 4 matches and they kind of bookended it with the Royal Rumbles, and then you had the title match second, which I don't know. I think there's a lot going on in the WWE right now with all the scandal going on.
that's
So
why
I feel
Lesnar
like the
wasn't in the
products
Rumble.
suffered. But yeah, that's why Braun Breaker was in the Rumble because
He
he
was
took
great.
Brock Lesnar's. I think he was great. Yeah,
I would have
absolutely.
loved to see him win it.
Um,
You know, like he put on a good show.
he did. Yeah, he was a standout, and I heard that like he pretty much did what Brock Lesnar was supposed to do, but here's a guy without all the bull crap, you know. So yeah,
Yeah,
and then of
Brock's got
course,
some pretty hefty charges on him.
oh man, yeah, we won't get into the whole scandal, but
No,
go ahead and look that up if you want to, because it's horrible.
yeah, yeah,
What's
it's
what's going on with that? Being lifelong WWE fans, we're like, oh my
bad.
god,
No surprise with
like,
McMahon, but
right? But with I mean McMahon and Big Johnny, and then Rock, and you're like, oh man. But Jason, so CM Punk is injured.
he's injured. No, he's not. They
He
just
That's
set
what
up
they
a match.
said.
They set up a match for Elimination Chamber. That's the next one where he's going to fight Drew McIntyre, or he's going to make it to that match and win that match to main event WrestleMania. Like he's going to be in that final spot for the match. And it'll probably come down to him and McIntyre in there, because McIntyre's the one that did it, that hurt him. And then, CM Punk is going to have his WrestleMania moment, which I don't want him to.
Agreed. Agreed. You getting all choked up about it, huh?
Oh my goodness. So I
Man.
don't know. Ever since I met him at a Comic-Con and he was such a douchebag, it's just like him and Zack Ryder, like those are two guys that I absolutely don't want to see do good.
Well,
Just because
don't have to
when
worry
you
about
meet
Zack Ryder.
and like at Comic-Con they had a panel there was like 3 wrestlers. It was Sheamus, Zack Ryder, and CM Punk, and Sheamus was the only cool one out of the bunch. The other two like could give a shit less that I was there trying to shake their hand or whatever. And I'm like, I'm in line for you, dumbass. Like you can act like a
Well, and then
douchebag.
the flip side of that, Jason, is we met Cody Rhodes at a
It was
Comic Con.
super awesome. Like, yeah,
So cool. I still have the picture because he went in. He was a bad guy,
he had the
so he
mask.
went
Yeah,
into his bad guy persona when he took the picture. But he was all smiles and laughing when we were talking with him. So very very happy he won. Very happy CM Punk did
hey,
not.
Arturo's joined us.
If
What's up,
you
Arturo?
Hey Arturo, Arturo's into wrestling, so maybe he can chime in on if he's a fan of Cody Rhodes winning. Did he wish CM Punk would have won? Did he want Dominic Mysterio to win? Who, I mean, by the way, Dominic Mysterio like really did his job in there. Like you always need somebody to beat up,
He put
and
on a show.
Dominic Mysterio was there. He
I, I
he
thought
was
R-Truth did a
awesome.
good job too.
Yeah, our
R-Truth.
truth did the first tag in.
Well, when he helps
I don't know.
his buddy get back into the ring just so he can get eliminated. He's like, "Don't worry, I'll pick you up." And it was that guy. You know what I'm talking about? The one that looks like Finn Balor with a fat head.
McDonough or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, he throws him in there like, "Here, let me help you up." And then as soon as he gets in there, he gets thrown out, eliminated. I'm like, "Oh." It just, I don't know. CM Punk eliminating McIntyre like that is not believable at all because you got this flabby regular man and then this monster. Like no, that's like, oh, CM Punk was too strong for him. He threw him up. Like, no, he wasn't. It's about as much as I believe the hype of, oh, number 30, it's Sami Zayn. Like, who cares? You know?
I know, what a waste. What a waste.
I just,
But it was good to see it, to see the Royal Rumble again, to see who won
as long as they don't
or
let
whatnot.
CM
And Sue
Punk
got a
win, I'm
comment. He said Cody and CM Punk were 2 good ones to win it. I wanted either of them.
I only wanted one of them
Now,
to
I was
win
really
it.
pulling
So.
for Gunther. The
Yeah.
former Walter. He's fantastic.
I just didn't want them to waste a Rumble win on
Yeah,
CM Punk,
absolutely.
and they didn't, thank God.
They did not.
I love the
Yeah.
Logan Paul match. The
So
way
if
it
you're
ended.
Gene, go ahead and chime in on the comments. Let us know what you thought about the Royal Rumble. Oh,
The
yeah.
Logan Paul. I mean, you never see that
Yeah, that
before in
ended really
wrestling.
good.
Like his guys come out, his entourage, and gives him brass knucks, and Kevin Owens ends up taking him away from him, knocking him out with the brass knucks, and then going for the pin. And the ref is like 1, 2, what? And points right at the brass knucks and disqualifies. You've never seen that. Like usually, the ref didn't see it. No, this ref like eagle eye just caught it, and throws him out. I'm like, damn. I mean, sure. I don't, as much as I don't like seeing people win via disqualification, it was like it fit the part, you know. Like they put on a show with that match.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I know some people were mad that it ended in a DQ, but that's the way you save face on both of them. You don't take away anything from Kevin Owens, but you also don't take away from Logan Paul.
How do you feel about the women's
So
Rumble?
it was a good way to do it. I felt that Chelsea Green kind of stole the show in the same way Dominic Mysterio did. She sold every move. She got beat the crap out of by everybody, and she sold it very well, you know. And other than that, it was kind of sloppy, you know. Everybody knows wrestling is rehearsed. We know who's going to win, you know, whatnot. But
You
it
can't
needs to
fake
look
gravity.
believable, and it didn't look believable. Yeah, yeah, and there was a lot of points in there where you're like, you know. But yeah, I would say Chelsea Green was probably the highlight, just because like she sold the moves very well. She had no chance of winning, but she just made it look believable and entertaining, just like Dominic Mysterio did.
Yeah.
What about the main event? Well, what about the heavyweight title, Universal title?
Eh. Like I did love when like all three of those guys were covered and they all kicked out at the same time. I hadn't seen something like that before. Like when you see different shit that's like kind of like that EO Sky on the was it the last pay per view, the Survivor Series, when she put that trash can over her and just jumped off the top of the steel cage, and the fans were just chanting, "Holy shit, holy shit!" I was like, "Damn, that just happened." Like I want to see more of
Yeah,
those kind of
no, I
moments.
agree.
What's up, Pablo? How's it going?
But yeah, we want different stuff, and you know, the Fatal Four Way kind of felt like every other Roman Reigns match, sadly. And I'm a big fan of Roman. I was a big fan of the Shield when they came out, so I'm a big fan of pretty much all three of them. But it wasn't what we would hoped, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
I see Arturo
and
says
then
waiting to see The Rock and Roman at WrestleMania. Me too. I think Roman's going to lose that belt at the Elimination Chamber.
yeah,
Probably.
I
The
hope
Rock
so,
doesn't need to
because
compete for the belt, you know? Like he's The
exactly,
Rock. He
yeah,
is
he
wrestling.
doesn't. Yeah, he's done everything. He doesn't need a freaking belt, you know. But yeah, I agree. That'd be really, really cool head of the table match, to see who wins.
But who does he
So,
lose to?
also,
It's probably going to be
I
in an Elimination Chamber match.
and then whoever wins is going to go against Cody. So
Hey, or whoever wins is going to get it stolen from them by Damian Priest because he's got that money in the bank.
he needs to cash it in. Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
because we don't want to see Cody and Roman's round two, you know?
No, we
Like how
don't.
many times have they
We just
done
said we
that?
want to see something different.
What do we
Yeah,
had? Undertaker and Shawn Michaels 2 years in a row. Undertaker and Triple H 2 years in a row. The Rock and Cena 2 years in a row. Like, don't do that. Just give us something different.
agreed. Yeah, yeah, and I've heard it thrown around that Gunther will go against one of the heavyweight champs, either Rollins or Roman.
I'd love to see him win it, and then
Him
like
go
have
and
a.
take on. Yeah,
Try to think of who. I don't know, but I want to see him have a good title run.
yeah, because Roman's done it already, and I have a bad feeling they want to keep it going to take away the Hulk Hogan um,
Yeah,
record.
brother.
But man, it's so boring. Don't keep doing that. You know, it was a different time with
No,
Hulk Hogan.
yeah, times were simpler. I loved them though. I love those times.
Oh, that's why we love wrestling. We grew up off of Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Randy Savage. You know, and,
Razor Ramon. Oh
yeah,
my God, Razor Ramon.
nothing like the classics, man. And
90
we
early
talk about
'90s
this all the
wrestling
time.
was a whole.
There's nothing better.
Bret Hart's still the
Yeah,
greatest of all time.
yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Well,
I'm
I'm
like,
happy to see the comments are rolling in, so keep on commenting. Let us know. I'm going to jump to our next topic. So we know who's going to the Super Bowl this year. We
unfortunately,
know it's going to be
yes.
the 49ers. What do we think about that? 49ers and Chiefs.
I mean, I'm happy the Niners are there because my brothers are Niners fans. I would have really loved to see the Lions there, Like, but their coach gambled away their chances. They didn't call him Dan Gamble for nothing. Like, if you'd have just went for one of those field goals, I mean, shit, come on. Oh my god! But the Niners, I think maybe because like the Lions secondary is a little because they were manhandling them, but their secondary is a little suspect, and I could see Mahomes running all over them and all his guys. I think the Niner defense is more shut down. Like look what the Ravens did. I mean, the Ravens they should be in the Super Bowl. Really, their defense held Mahomes and company to no points in the second half. You shut him down like that, but his own team screwed it for him. Zay Flowers, that fumble forward in the end zone. I mean, come on, that's a touchback. So the Chiefs got the ball. They didn't do shit with it because the Ravens defense kept shutting them down. The only thing I disagree with is that interception that came like on the play a few minutes after Lamar throws towards the end zone, and that should have been called pass interference. Instead, they just gave the Chiefs the interception because it's the Chiefs, and
But
like the taunting thing on Zay Flowers, like really, Travis Kelsey's running his mouth after every first down. Like let's because what Taylor Swift's there, we don't want to make her mad. Come on, I don't know. I feel like I hate the Chiefs even more this year because of the whole Taylor Swift thing. Like it, oh
yeah,
my god, it riles me
just
up. And to think they left Jim Nance out of the playoffs because he made the comment that I feel like it should be focused on the football and not the sideshow, and he's right. Why do they need to show Taylor Swift every 5 minutes or whatever? You know,
well,
that's
yeah,
where I
and I'm
applaud. As much as I hate the Raiders, I applaud that Jack Jones on the Raiders. My God, he made the play of the century right there when he picked six Mahomes and runs it to the sideline, and there's some kid in a Chiefs jersey, and he acts like he's going to hand him the ball, and then psych. I mean, yes. And I had one of my friends. She's a Chiefs fan, and she's like, "Well, she deleted me now because of that. Because like she's like, oh, I'm glad you see cruelty to children is amusing." I was like, as long as they're wearing a Chiefs jersey, then yes.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
this
I found a
year
newfound respect for the Raiders after that.
well this year, yeah, Mahomes actually looked mortal. Where there's gonna be a chance where they could get him taken out, but somehow in the playoffs he just finds a way. Might get a little zebra help here and there.
Oh yeah, big
But
time.
what actually worries me about because I'm rooting for the Niners. I'm a Patriots Tom Brady guy. I don't want him to get eclipsed by Mahomes like a year after he retires. So what scares me though that I'm rooting for the Niners is that defense the Chiefs have. Um, you notice they were getting all over Lamar Jackson and stopped their run game. They were one of the best rushing teams in the league, and they just stopped them. Um, and also I'm worried about the Niners pass rush. If you look at Mahomes, he had all day to throw. He didn't score in the second half, but he had all day to throw. He had, I think, one sack in the whole playoffs. If you can't get to Mahomes, he's gonna destroy you, even if he has Kelsey and a bunch of scabs to throw to.
That's what I
Um,
don't get with the Raiders being, or the Ravens being that top two rushing team. Like why didn't they run the ball? Like those running backs hardly saw any touches. It was just Lamar running or throwing it downfield. It's like do what you do best that got you there.
Yeah, I thought they were going to have it when Lamar caught his own pass. I thought, okay, they got something magical going here. And then
That was
it
really
just,
cool.
yeah, that was an
Just
amazing play. But
and then what that unnecessary because it was brilliant of Jim Harbaugh to do when his guy came across the line, to get 1st and 10 instead of a 2nd and 5. It just moved him up a little. Remember towards the end, but then
yeah,
that guy falls backwards and they call it unnecessary roughness, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. I'm like, come on, refs, are we going to go change the Chiefs diapers for him too? I
it
I
just,
just
yeah,
don't know.
Yeah, when I started seeing the flags coming out against the Ravens on defense on that drive, I'm just reminds me of last year's Super Bowl where they gave them a new set of downs at the goal line with like a minute left. I'm like, okay, well, okay, we're
Well,
done.
it's like the Bengals game. The Bengals got screwed. Would they give them another third down? Like
Yeah.
I
Here, once you,
swear
oh yeah, wasn't there a game where they got like 4 third downs or something like
that
that?
was
It
the
was,
Bengals game.
yeah.
It's like,
It's
come
just,
on.
oh, you didn't get it this time. Why don't you try again?
I'm just hoping because last time they beat the Niners in the Super Bowl, but the Niners didn't have Christian McCaffrey back then.
Yeah, they had Garoppolo, made of glass Garoppolo,
Yeah,
and
yeah. No. And the Niners should have won
I had
that
so
one,
much
but stupid
potential.
with that Sanders didn't catch that pass. It was
yep,
like I could have caught that pass, you know?
yep. So
Like,
like, yeah, if the Chiefs are gonna lose, this is their year. Like I said, they looked kind of mortal, and maybe they just need one more of those mortal showings to happen in a couple weeks here. Um, what do you think, Nolan?
Yeah, I'm pulling for the Niners. Again, my brother Clark, he's a big Niner fan, like lifelong, and I have no reason to love the Chiefs. You know, I know some really diehard Chief fans that like have been Chief fans for a very long time, but at the same time, I just want to see something different. And I'm tired, like you guys. I'm tired of the ref assist, and
I'm
I
tired of
want
the
to see good
Taylor
football,
Swift stuff.
and I want to see the Niners come out on top. Oh man, yeah, like
I'm so sick to
I don't
death
know
of that.
why. I know well, and I heard like how much billion it equaled to the NFL and revenue because having her out there wearing their
Hmm.
jerseys and this and that, like you have all these zombies following doing the same. Which I mean, I understand it's marketing, but that's not what the game
Yeah,
is about. The game is about the
yeah.
teams on the field and the coaches and the coordinators. It is not about Taylor Swift going out with Kelsey.
Well,
Like,
Well, and
they're just
guys,
taking
the
advantage
maturity.
because she's the most famous person alive right now, so they're just trying to take advantage. But I mean,
yeah, capitalize on
there's
that.
yep, but there's and I get that to an extent, but yeah, you're gonna really piss people off that don't care. Um,
Yeah,
and
exactly. Like me. I mean, I'm sorry. I
but
think Taylor Swift is ugly. Like,
but
sorry you heard it, world.
I think they're taking bets in Vegas right now how many shots they're gonna show of Taylor during the Super Bowl. If she gets there, she's got a 13 hours to get from Tokyo to Las Vegas. So we'll see if she can make it
They'll postpone the Super Bowl.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Let's just make the Super Bowl on Monday, since that's
No,
what it's all about, really.
my biggest, although I'll say my biggest concern with the Super Bowl is going to be Tony Romo.
Oh, he's on the
Um,
Chiefs
dude,
bandwagon. Like,
dude is in love with Mahomes. He thinks he's the greatest thing. I think he has a little picture of him on his nightstand.
oh,
Prays to it
probably.
before he goes to sleep. So that's my concern. Is just he's gonna just be praising Romo all day or Romo praising Mahomes all day every day. There. So that was my biggest concern with the broadcast is that, and then how many times they show Taylor Swift.
Taylor. Oh my
Yeah.
god, I'm getting heat from people about the whole when I made reference to that. Oh, Jack Jones on the Raiders doing that to the Chiefs fan. The psych, taking the ball away, like, and then oh my god, well, yeah, they act like the Chiefs don't do like. Remember, was it the Bills game when Chris Jones was waving at the Bills fans after they missed the field goal? Like, oh, okay, you guys, it's okay for you guys to do it, but
Yeah,
somebody gives you a taste of your own medicine, then
not so much.
I mean, Jack Jones on the Raiders he's in my Hall of Fame forever for that. Psych. I mean, oh my god.
Right on.
So everybody's pulling for the Niners then. Right
Safe
here.
to say, yeah. I feel bad
Yeah.
for Raider fans because like one of their end zones is going to be painted Chiefs, and the other one's going to be painted Niners, and I know they hate both of them.
Yep. Yeah, I did get to see a
It's
game
true.
there this year, and
I've seen that. Yeah.
that's an amazing
How
stadium.
was it?
So it's a beautiful stadium on the inside, on the outside. You do have to park. Like I parked at Excalibur, and you have to walk like half a mile, but they close off that whole overpass, and it's just a sea of people taking up the entire overpass going over the 15 to
Oh,
get on.
Nice.
get over there. It's pretty cool. I took some pictures of that too because it's really cool to see. So you can just imagine what that's going to look like all Super Bowled out. So
What kind of
um,
second mortgage did you have to take out for those tickets? I hear they're
wasn't
pretty
too.
steep.
It wasn't too bad. It was. I think it was like $200 or something. So it wasn't cheap, but it
Two
wasn't.
hundred dollars a ticket, right?
Yeah, yeah, it wasn't cheap, but it wasn't. It was.
That's
I
not
was.
bad.
Yeah,
Probably because Mac
for
Jones is garbage, you know. Like
that
if it
didn't
had been the
help.
Tom Brady Patriots, like
Yeah,
forget it, you
that
know.
that didn't help. There were yeah, that's a whole sad that's a, I could talk another hour about that whole sad
That's its
affair.
own podcast, the
Yeah.
Mac Jones podcast.
The
So
Mac
yeah, you're a
Jones Bailey
Patriot fan.
Zappi parade of sadness. Yeah. But I guess we got my team's got to take our lumps too. Can't be
Hey, you got
the
6 Super Bowls. You had Tom Brady
yeah.
all those years.
Got to take lumps for a while, and then
You have the
try to
dynasty. Yeah.
yep. So speaking of that, who I think you guys are Charger fans, right?
Oh yeah, Jim
So Jim
Harbaugh.
Harbaugh.
He's bringing in all his staff from Michigan too, so hopefully it worked. He's cleaning house like what Kellen Moore's now with the Eagles now, and our other defensive coordinator's gone. I think he's gone. Staley, I hear he's interviewing for the Rams defensive coordinator. I'm like, good luck, Ram fans.
I was like, he wasn't awesome for you guys.
He was horrible. That guy's a
Oh,
jackass. Like, go
no
for it on
doubt.
4th down on our own 23-yard line against the Cowboys. Oh, that's smart, right? Hey, but with being as stupid as he is and everything, we only lost that game by 3 points, you know?
Yeah, that's another thing. The Chargers got to figure out how to win close games. They just they always yeah, it's like 7 points or less. I think you guys were like 1-6 or something like that. It was
Oh,
Well,
could have
because they
been
give
very
up, like,
different.
Staley's dumbass, you know, because he was calling all the defensive plays and stuff. It's like, oh, okay, cool. No wonder they're going downfield on us.
Well, yeah, I'd be
he
curious
was
to see
hoping.
what that looks like because you guys got an awesome quarterback. He was my fantasy quarterback until he broke his hand.
Oh, dude. Dude, here's some shit. Mahomes was my fantasy quarterback, and this fucking asshole. I'm in the final. I made it to the final. This fucking asshole decides to choke against the Raiders on Christmas Day. Like, do good all the other games for
Very
me, and you choke in this one. So I was like, okay, I hope you play like that in the playoffs, and he doesn't. You know,
no, yeah,
like
yep. That's what
landed
I
me
was
a nice
hoping too.
second place.
I was hoping we got Raiders Mahomes in the playoffs, but not so much.
I hope we get him in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's
I
what
hope
I'm
we get that
hoping.
one that showed up for the
here's hope.
Buccaneers Super Bowl.
Well, yeah, that one. I think that one was offensive line, and they went and drafted a bunch of offensive linemen after that. But I think if the Niners can bust through that offensive line, then I think they have a good shot. If you give Mahomes like 7-8 seconds to throw the ball, not so
Did you
much.
see that guy on the Ravens that clotheslined him pretty much?
Yeah, I did see that.
And
I
then,
was
like, he
like,
dropped an elbow afterward?
first I thought he punched him in the punched him in the face or something, and then he's like, "Oh no, it's just the clothesline. That's all." It's like,
Oh, hell.
wow.
Just that.
I loved it.
It's like I was surprised. Yeah, I was like, I was surprised he didn't go in the tent and seeing a few stars or something.
Nah, I just got a couple of flags from his zebra friends.
Yeah, yeah. You see those memes where the him and the ref are holding each other's jerseys up after
Yep,
the
the
game.
trade game recognized game. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm worried because that referee that was in the last Super Bowl they were in with the Niners is refereeing this time.
Well, we will see. Hopefully, yeah. If it's not a close game, then the Niners get ahead by a lot. Then hopefully it won't be a problem.
I want to see the Niners be the Seahawks and the Chiefs can be the Broncos. Like
Dick.
that was one of the greatest Super Bowls I had ever seen.
Oh yeah, that one got ugly.
I know some idiot named Bob who bet 300. He always picks a different AFC team every year at the beginning of the season to put $300 on just to win the AFC championship. Well, that year he picked the Broncos, right? Broncos
Oh,
were at 10-1 odds, $300. Boom, they go to the Super Bowl. He wins $3,000. Okay, well,
okay.
Bob's a dumbass because Bob worked in lumber at my old job. He had a mullet too, so it shows you how smart this guy is. Well, Bob tells me, I feel like it's Peyton Manning's time. And I'm like, Bob, no, I'm going to put it all back. 3,000 on it. After this, I'm going to be drinking 100-year-old scotch. I'm like, Bob, put 300 back, walk away with 2,700. Trust me. Like, and no, Bob didn't listen to me. Bob put it all back on Denver to win it all. Peyton Manning's time. And then, like, they got destroyed. And I remember I saw him like that Tuesday at work. I was like, hey, Bob, about what point in that game did you just throw up? He's, I don't want to talk about it. And he just walks away. Like, what a dumbass.
Yeah, no, I did put
Yeah,
at the
don't be
beginning of the
Bob.
season. At the beginning of the
Don't.
season, I did put $5 on the Patriots. If they would have won the Super Bowl, I'd have got $255.
Well, I was getting close because, like, I had two bets that were still alive. The Texans and the Browns. My brother just put the Browns ones for me in Vegas. And the Browns, it would have $6 would have got me like $210. Oh well,
Yeah.
spending money. But the Texans one, because I went with some friends to watch the draft in April over at State Line,
Mhm.
and which I don't recommend going to State Line. It's creepy as fuck. But you know, go to Vegas. We're gonna do that next year. Go to actual Vegas. A lot more life over there. But
Yeah.
I put bets on a few teams, and then $5 bet on the Texans would have got me $1,005 because you
Wow.
get your $5 back. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, go Texans. And then here they are making it to the second round of the playoffs. And I'm like, damn, but then they got knocked off. Then I look at my slip yesterday. I'm like, shit, this was just to win the AFC championship. I would have got $2,000 if they won the Super Bowl. So really, they just needed to win 2 more games, and
Yep.
obviously didn't happen, but makes sports a lot more interesting.
It does. Yeah, my daughter's a Packers fan, so I put $5 on her team too, and they have the same odds as the Patriots. So,
Dude, they
um,
almost I thought they were gonna
they
do something too when they,
yeah,
like,
I was
destroyed Dallas.
I was like, come on, I'll drive you to Vegas and I'll split the money, but it didn't work out.
It wasn't that they were that good, it was Dallas was that bad.
That's what happened. That's playoff Dallas. They
Well, their defense had a first round bye. I mean, because they weren't there at all.
no, their defense and their offense just didn't have a bye, but they just
But
took the
bye,
day
right?
off. Yeah, or they showed up, but they showed up late when the Packers were already putting in their second stringers.
I like when they show that little meme of Lamar Jackson, and it's like the 4 pictures, and he's morphing into Dak Prescott.
Yeah, I saw that one. I like the Chiefs one too because it shows the map of America from 2019. It says who they're rooting for. It's the whole country's the Chiefs, except for like little New England. He's rooting for the Patriots. And then it says, for the AFC Championship. And then it says now, and it has the whole country rooting for the Falcons, for the Ravens, except for Kansas and Missouri. And it says, you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
I remember that. Nowadays, I saw one that says, who are you going for in the Super Bowl? And like it just shows California for the Niners. It just shows Missouri for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
The rest is gray, and it says the draft.
Yeah. I hope they both have fun.
Oh, so you need that line. Remember on The Simpsons? Is there a bet that all the horses will have a good time? Oh, you need to go to that line. And it says Wuss bets. You see Skinner in that line?
Yeah.
Oh
I think that's where I actually got that.
Oh, I seen Arturo posted about Kelsey took the ball away from Tucker and Warwick. Yeah, I saw that video. Like Kelsey, he threw his helmet and his ball because Tucker was right there practicing kicks.
Yeah.
And Kelsey asked him to move so Mahomes could practice right there. And then Tucker just kept doing his thing, but then Kelsey threw his gear like to the side. See, Kelsey's a freaking asshole. Like that penalty that he drew, he pushed the guy and got the Raven guy and then the ref flags the Raven, and Kelsey's just laughing at him, clapping. I'm like, you dumbass.
Well, he's enjoying his 15 minutes right now. It's
I hope Fred Warner breaks his leg in the Super Bowl.
Dang.
Taylor Swift will be looking on. Tom, shake it off.
All right, you teed that one up pretty good.
That was good. Only on Pastrami Nation.
And then what? He's going to retire after this year.
Is he?
See, his brother looks like actually a pretty cool guy. He was out there doing shots with Bills fans and stuff, and like they show him at like some hot dog place in New York, and like he just seems cool, you know. Kelsey's a freaking douche.
Yeah, they want They're talking about making a Funko Pop of Jason Kelsey shirtless doing the
The
whole,
shirtless one.
thing. Yeah, I was like, I would buy that.
I like the meme they show
It's
of like all the guys at the end of Braveheart. Remember when they're going to charge the English,
yeah.
and it shows Jason Kelsey in there too, going,
That's awesome. Yeah, that picture's the birth of 1,000 memes.
"Oh my god!" The memers. I mean, wow.
Society actually makes it too easy on the memers nowadays.
Oh, they're brutal. Just random stuff like they don't miss a trick. Like I don't know if you
Nope.
saw the movie Iron Claw.
No, I
The
haven't seen that one.
Well, they showed Harley Race in there in one of the matches. And Harley Race was never in shape. He was like a flabby kind of older man wrestler. Well, they had the flabbiest fat piece of shit old man playing Harley Race in there, and then what do the memers do? Oh, it's pretty cool that they casted Harley Race to play himself in the movie. Oh, damn.
Savage.
Oh, people. I swear.
Yeah,
I should be a memer.
this is what I've been missing.
I need to be a memer. Like my Eggo waffle one would be a big hit. You remember the Eggo waffle commercials, right?
Yeah, from a long time ago.
Remember where the older brother takes the waffle from the younger brother?
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
so the younger brother goes up in the attic and gets a costume with a dad and puts it on. So the older brother comes and he goes, "Wiggle my ego,
There you
son." And the older brother backs off. Well, why does the dad have a costume of himself up in the attic?
go.
That's weird, right?
That's a whole nother storyline.
Yeah. Like you can't make this shit up. Like the
It's
one they did
bugged
about
you for
Lon
years.
from the DuckTales,
Yeah.
where it says, "Flies a plane is a fucking bird." Or the Home Alone one. Did you guys see the one with the homeless lady from Central Park? He goes, "I love it how at the end of the movie, Kevin Hot puts it over to Central Park to give his homeless friend he befriended a fucking bird ornament instead of, I don't know, inviting her into the Plaza Hotel that he's staying at, or I don't know, maybe buy her a hot meal."
He's hoping
I
she'd sell it
just
for
don't
drugs.
know.
I don't know.
Wow. I could do this all day.
Yeah.
Also, what's your predictions for the Super Bowl?
Niners by 13.
13? But you know it.
I'm gonna say the Niners by 3.
3. It's like I want the Niners to win, but I have like a horrible gut feeling that the Chiefs are going to win. So I'll say Chiefs by 7, but I don't want it to be that way. I just want to be
to be
right.
Just that gut feeling.
Want it to be that
Yeah.
Buccaneers Super Bowl. You know, where
That's true.
teams just can't win back to back against Tom Brady, you know? Just
Nope.
go ask Russell Wilson.
Yeah, no, that was another thing I was thinking about too. Is they want to talk about Mahomes being the best. They can do that, but you realize he has to win 8 Super Bowls. Because if he wins 7 Super Bowls and ties Tom Brady, you realize one of Tom Brady's Super Bowls was over him, so he owes a tiebreaker. So in
Yeah.
order to be the best, Mahomes has to win 6 more Super Bowls from now. So
Yes.
just something to keep in mind.
Good point.
I think the Steelers
Yeah,
should only
I
have
appreciate that.
5
Jason.
Super Bowls. Pittsburgh should only have 5. Arizona should have won that Super Bowl.
Oh, I
I think
was
James Harrison
Oh,
should
yeah.
have been ejected from the game. That shouldn't have counted as a fumble return for a touchdown because he punched the guy and then takes the ball away.
Yeah, that was a heartbreaking Super Bowl. I was rooting for Arizona on that one.
Yeah, me too. What's Arturo say? I think the Chiefs will win.
Same.
I can't stand either. I think Niners by 13.
I hope so.
It's going to be a beatdown. Their defense is going to show up, rattle the Chiefs. Kelsey's going to get his leg broken in the first quarter. Mahomes is going to look how he was scared like he did in that Buccaneer game when those 3 guys tackled him at once.
Oh, yeah. The thing is, if he does get hurt or goes out or whatever, you take Kelsey away. I mean, he doesn't have too much. Like Pacheco's hard to take down, but other than that,
The Ravens were stopping him all day.
Like he's hard to get down, I should say. Like he runs hard.
Yeah,
I do respect that. I don't like again, I don't like the Chiefs, but I respect Pacheco a lot more than Mahomes.
it just seems like I don't know teams when Kelsey he throws it to Kelsey, it's like nobody wants to go near him and tackle him. I'm like,
Well,
beat Derwin James and powerbomb this asshole. You know, you
it
remember
was
that
kind of
game?
strange because as a Patriots fan looking back, I would always I'd be happy about it, but I always wondered how's Gronk so open all the time. Like it always confused. Like I was happy, but it always confused me. Like how do you lose this guy? And then also I'm seeing the same thing with Kelsey. It's like you have this giant person running around. Somehow everybody loses him, and he's open. 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, I've seen Arturo saying Tom Brady's first Super Bowl should have never happened. It was
Oh,
the snow,
not the tuck rule.
the tuck rule. That's a whole different podcast. We'll have John Gruden on for that one.
Yeah, that one I honestly didn't get to see. I was floating in a big gray cruise ship off the coast of Iraq.
Oh,
I
not
did
a
get to hear
vacation.
about it.
Yeah, you
So I
weren't on
didn't.
vacation there.
Yeah, no, not exactly. So yeah, I just got to hear about it. They're like, oh yeah, he should have fumbled, but he didn't, and he beat the Raiders in the snow. Like,
And then they beat the
awesome.
Colts the next week, right?
I think so. Yeah, no, that was the AFC Championship game. The against the
The
Raiders,
Raiders
and they
was the
went to the Super
AFC
Bowl.
Championship.
Yeah,
Okay,
because yeah, the
Uh,
year after that, the Raiders went to the AFC Championship again and won and went to the Super Bowl and got beat up by the
destroyed.
Bucks. Yeah,
Gruden just burned them for releasing him.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was a great Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you love to watch those other AFC West people go down, huh?
Oh, especially Denver. Oh my God, that Seattle Seahawks one. Hey, I think if the Buccaneers had to play the Broncos, because the Buccaneers are 2-0 against our division, like well, they torched and they manhandled both the Raiders and the Chiefs. Remember,
Yep. Oh yeah.
Tom Brady was throwing to like nobodies too. Like he throws a pass to Scotty Miller. Who the fuck is
Mhm.
Scotty Miller? Brady would find anybody. That's the thing. Mahomes is not Brady. Brady could throw to the water boy over there, touchdown. You know, Mahomes has to have either Kelsey or he
Yeah.
doesn't have Tyreek Hill. Now he's got Rice, but that's everybody else is MVS. What a couple of lucky catches, I think.
Yeah,
Um,
he's a non-factor
and
mostly.
Kadarius Tony, I hear, is getting held out of the game. I heard he was ranting about that because he's a drop liability. You know,
That and offsides liability apparently.
oh that game with the Bills, yeah. We hear Mahomes cussing after the game.
Yep.
I never heard such a bullshit call in my life. He's yelling at the referee. I'm like, yes, I like seeing him rattled
Like why are you yelling at your buddies there? That's
because it wasn't Ron Torbert.
yeah.
Ron Torbert's a freaking asshole.
Man.
Ugh,
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
I'm bad with football.
Hopefully the Niners get the victory, but
I'm pulling for him.
yeah.
Go
And then
Niners. Niners by 13.
then everyone's looking forward to the draft. So you guys are draft picking what, fifth?
Fifth, I think we're going to either take a lineman or a wide receiver.
A lot of people have you taking that tight end.
I would see that too. We need a good tight end because like we need the next Sam Laporta. Like Sam
Yeah,
Laporta did wonders for me in fantasy football this year.
me too.
And everybody laughed at me like because I took him like near the end of the rounds, but I did my homework and stuff. My buddy Paul was the only other one that knew about him really because he's a diehard Lions fan, you know. But
Yep.
I beat him to the punch, and then Laporta just went off, you know.
Yep. Oh yeah. He got me. He did really well for me. I picked him up as a free agent.
Oh, free agent. Oh wow.
Yeah, he didn't even
See,
get drafted in my league.
no, I
But
because I waited. I didn't take a tight end to like the later rounds. Everybody was taking like Kelsey in the first
yeah,
round or Mark Andrews or whatever. Like, go ahead, go ahead. I'm loading up on like they were doing that, and like that left me to take like Amon-Ra St. Brown and AJ Brown back to back. Like,
yeah, you have
how did
to.
I? Yeah, that was like a good wide
Receive.
receiver
Yep.
duo.
Well, especially if you're doing ESPN now, the receivers seem to get the highest scores nowadays. I thought I'd go after the strategy of picking the running back, and of course, my first pick was Eckler.
Oh, geez, he tanked this year. He did good last year, but
Yeah.
like ours was PPR points per reception PPR. So you
Okay.
also get points for every catch. And
Mhm.
that one Amon Ra on the Lions, St. Brown,
Yeah.
he got me so many points. Like, and then AJ Brown did too. It's just he didn't do shit for me in the final. He decided to start tanking, and I was in the final, and Mahomes decided to have the worst game of his life.
Yep.
I'm like, thanks. It was that game with the Raiders.
Yep.
And meanwhile, the guy I'm playing has like Lamar Jackson and Tua Tagovailoa because it's a 2 quarterback league. So
Oh.
I had Mahomes and then my other quarterback. Crap. Uh, my regular one. No, it was Jordan Love. Yeah, and he was my third
Okay.
stringer, but Kirk Cousins got hurt, so Jordan Love actually turned out pretty good.
Yep.
But I mean, he did his job. It's just Mahomes tanked that week. All my guys in the final decided to like Sam Laporta that week. He only threw to him like twice. So I'm like,
Yeah. Oh
every
yeah.
other
He
week he's getting
was.
me over 30 points. This week he got me 5.
Like, no. It. Yeah.
Fantasy
It.
football.
Yep. Oh yeah. No. I had Burrow most of the year till he got hurt. I
Jeez.
had to borrow that line from The Simpsons, so my team was "Can I borrow a feeling?"
I like that.
Until yeah, he got killed, and then I had a rotating cast of horrible quarterbacks after that. I can't even remember who. But I had
We'll
Herbert
see.
at some point, but then he got taken out. So I'm like,
Well, ours was a 2 quarterback league. And a lot of these guys weren't paying attention because it was a 12-man league. So you
oh
think there's
wow,
only 32 teams. So some of the
only so many.
and if somebody's not only going to have 2, and then when their bye week rolls around, they're screwed. So some of the guys would just because I guess you could take a maximum of 4 quarterbacks. Well, some of the guys were taking all like extra quarterbacks, just like if they saw somebody's quarterback get hurt and they were on the waiver before him, they'd take that backup that's supposed to start just so this guy has to play like a week with one quarterback.
Oh,
And I remember one guy did that to me like a couple of years ago. Like my quarterback got hurt and then I needed it, but he was before me on the waiver wire. He didn't need an extra quarterback or nothing. He just picked him up just so I had to go pick up somebody like Davis Mills or whatever. And then so he had was that Watson got hurt, went out for the year this year.
mhm.
And Deshaun Watson.
Yep.
And then so it was supposed to be whatever that guy, PJ Walker. But then I saw a thing that said they're not going to go with him. They're going to go with that other one,
Flacco.
Robinson, whatever. And before
Yeah.
Flacco got there,
Oh
and
yeah,
then
Dorian Robinson. I think.
Dorian Robinson Gray.
Yeah.
So I went and took him. I didn't need him or nothing. I just wanted that guy to have to play with one quarterback. And I was like, sucker, how do you like it? And
Oh
then
yeah.
one guy got mad because he had Burrow get hurt and his dumbass dropped Derek Carr for some reason. And I told him, dude, that was your only other quarterback. And like active quarterbacks are slim pickings in this league because these guys are like vultures. He's like, what? So he puts a thing in the message board. Guys, I need a quarterback. Some guys have 4 quarterbacks on the roster. Not cool. Somebody drop a quarterback now. I'm like, okay, that's really going to get him to do it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, please.
If anything, I'll pick up another one.
Yeah.
Fantasy football, I love it.
Yep. Awesome.
Oh man. Well, I always try to keep episodes to under an hour, so I think we're reaching the end right now. But I want to thank Daniel Schwartz, of course, for joining us. Jason, as always, for joining us,
Sure.
and it's been fun to be back. Maybe I'll pop in next time Kevin's on vacation and take over with Crazy Sport Podcasts because
Yeah, why not?
it was a lot of fun.
It's
It
Super
was a
Bowl. It's
lot of fun
NFL.
doing
Are
this
you guys having any Pro Bowl parties?
No.
Go
up this
AFC.
year.
No.
Does anybody say that really? It was
No.
Pro Bowl games now.
I
You
used
just
to
did.
root for the AFC when they actually played like the game.
When they actually wore cool
Football.
jerseys like with the stars and stuff.
Yep. Yep.
Like-
It played in Hawaii and actually played the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be after the Super Bowl, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the
Yeah.
Justin Herbert Pro Bowl jersey from a few years ago. It was like white with like the red letters. Like I thought those
Yeah,
were
I
always
think-
cool, but I think they look ugly
Now
this
it's
year.
flag
Don't they?
football and
Yeah, and I get why, but it's just like it just makes it like the Pro Bowl. Who cares?
I don't know. I think
Yeah.
there was oh man, like I had figured something out about how the Pro Bowl can work to make it meaningful, and I totally blanked because you know how the MLB used to do, where whoever
Yep.
won the All Star game,
Yep.
they get the
Gets
home
home
field
field.
advantage.
Yep.
Uh, Something like that with football, but I just thought of it like a couple weeks ago when I was drinking, whatever, and then it just totally blanked my mind. But it made sense. It made perfect sense, like whoever AFC or NFC
But you were
wins.
drunk, so
Oh, but it was good. It was good. It was like uh, it was something to do with like, yeah, I'll figure it out later.
Maybe the team with the MVP of the Pro Bowl gets first pick in the draft or something.
Well, they should do something like that, but
wouldn't that be cool? Jeez.
NFC,
Then they'd be playing for it.
yeah, or like,
Yeah, they need something.
oh,
Yeah.
something like an NFC team. If the NFC team wins, then the NFC teams. No, but then the people would cry foul so much about that because if like NFC wins, then all the NFC teams get a pick first, and then
Yeah.
that'll never happen
Oh
in a
yeah.
million years.
I'm sure there's some
No,
kind
it's
of
gonna
incentives
just
we
be
can
flag
think of,
football
but
until then.
Flag football and Jared Allen barrel rolls.
right. Well, at least Taylor Swift won't
Never
be there.
forget.
Yeah.
I was about to say maybe she'll be there, and then also it'll be the most watched Pro Bowl of all time.
I
She'll
don't
be
know.
there
She's
to.
got a. That's this weekend. Hey, you never know. Jason Kelsey might be there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Right on.
I won't be
He ain't got
watching, so I
shit to
won't
do
know.
these days. Pro Bowl. It used to be that was the same day as the Royal Rumble, and like
Yeah,
I don't know why they. I don't know why they changed it. Like nobody watched the Pro Bowl. Like nobody gives a crap.
Yeah, I think that's why. Then also they don't. No one wanted to take a chance of getting hurt, and then like say they tore your ACL, now you're out for the whole next year. So I
Yeah,
get
because you
it,
made sure
but
the
it's
AFC got that victory.
yep.
A bunch of your
Yeah, let's go.
competition cares about you. No, they don't give a shit. If anything, they get hurt by their own teammates. If I
Yeah.
was playing on the AFC, I'd be trying to run over my own guys on my team just because they're in my division or something, or like, hey, that guy's on the Chiefs. I'm gonna step on the
Oh,
back of his
did
ankle.
I did I let that defender through to tackle you, Eckler? I'm sorry.
Helmet to helmet by a lineman under
Yeah,
a running back.
my bad.
I just fall on my quarterback. Oops.
Ooh.
Players playing in the Super Bowl can't play in the Pro Bowl.
So maybe at the end of the day the Pro Bowl will just be a NFL player rock paper scissors challenge or something.
Who's starting the Pro Bowl? Oh no, it's games now. It's not a. They used to have
Yeah.
a starting quarterback
Yeah.
It's
because Dak
weird.
Prescott clinched that ticket right away. Yeah, me.
One
I
more
seen a
stab.
meme
Huh?
about that too. I saw a meme where somebody. I haven't found it like any more since, but it shows. It says who wants to be the first the starting quarterback in the Pro Bowl, and then on the bottom it says Dak Prescott, and it shows the Seth Rollins running out with the money in the bank. The same one they use for the let's make a bad fucking Marvel movie about Morbius, and then it shows on the bottom it says Jared Leto, and it's the Seth Rollins running out with the money in the bank.
Well, all right. I think that's a good way to end it.
Sure.
Um, thank you all again. All the commenters, everybody who's watching, thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe to Pastrami Nation
Thank you,
on
guys.
everything: Facebook, Instagram,
Thanks.
Twitter, TikTok. And we will. Well, somebody from Pastrami Nation will see you next week. Thanks a lot and take care.
Take care, guys.